Hello, Panther parents. Coach Rankin here. I wanted to reach out at the beginning of this last marking period. How exciting is that to get this crazy year behind us and hopefully start anew next year with things looking a lot more like what we're accustomed to. But, anyways, I wanted to reach out this last grading period and kind of get us all on the same page. Um, Last marking period was crazy. I was new to Algebra 2. I assumed a new position here on campus, and so I was new to my students. They were new to me. There was a new classroom, and then the added layer of just the pandemic and all the stuff that goes along with that. So, um, I wanted to let you know that if your student was not successful in my class last grading period, marking period 3, that's okay. Um, they can be successful by the end of the school year. Okay. So most of my students who were unsuccessful did well enough, even though they didn't pass, did well enough to be able to recuperate that grade in the 4th marking period. So I want you to keep that in mind, that things are still redeemable, and we just have to keep our nose to the grindstone and make sure that we have a grade that will average with their 3rd marking period grade to be a 70 or above. Okay. I'm really hopeful for most of my students. I think that most of them can do that. Like I said, we just have to keep our nose to the grindstone and make sure that we're on top of things. With that said, the best way that you can stay on top of things is the Home Access Center. It was wildly imperative that you as a parent can log into the Home Access Center and check grades. Okay, I put grades in once or twice a week, and so it is so important that you stay on top of that. If you see your student's grade falling below what you find is acceptable, and that's different for every person and every situation, but if you see your student's grade falling below what is acceptable, send them into tutoring. Get them to make sure they don't have any missing work. Okay. See if they have any opportunities for redos. Okay. All of those things exist. And so, if you mention them to your student, hopefully, if they've been listening to me in class, with your encouragement, they will know exactly what to do. Okay. Those are not secrets that I keep from the kids, and they are not things that I make hard. If a student wants to bring their grade up, it's usually something they can do on their own. There's not even a conversation that has to happen. I'm happy to talk about it, but what I am here to tell you is I build those things in so that it can be done on their own. Okay. Redo, second attempts, stuff like that. So like I said, I just want to reiterate that it's important that you can access the Home Access Center. Um, in conjunction with the Home Access Center, my Schoology gradebook, which is the gradebook that is kept in Schoology, which is the online, platform that we use, matches the Home Access Center. And here's why that's awesome, okay, and that's key. For your students, for our scholars, if they, let's say they have a low grade, let's say they have like a 54. I pulled that number out of nowhere. And you're like, why'd you get a 54? And they're like, I don't know. They can tell you, okay? You can look in Home Access Center, and you as a parent, you can say, you have a 0. I see that you have a 0. If you tell them to go look in their Schoology gradebook, and I have talked to them about this, but I need some extra help because not everyone is utilizing this powerful tool. If you tell them to go look in their Schoology gradebook, click grades, and you open those drop down menus, it will show you everything that I'm taking for a grade. And if you see anything with dashes by it, it'll say missing, or it'll have dashes if there's not a grade for it. If you click on that assignment, it'll take you right to it and you can get it done. And it's really that easy, and there's no reason to not understand what's going on with your grades. There's so much information available. So the Home Access Center for parents, the Schoology gradebook for students. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the school issued laptops. Parents, please, if you guys have not picked up your student's computer from school, it is going to be more important now than ever, because starting this grading period, Starting next Thursday for our first test, I'm giving the test on a special lockdown browser, okay? And this is supposed to make things better for testing situation. I'm giving the test on a lockdown browser, and if your student doesn't have a school issued computer, they won't be able to take the test, okay? So if your student doesn't have a school issued computer, it's sitting in the library. I've seen all the bins. They're up there just waiting to be picked up. They have your student's name on them. All you have to do is call up here and say, I want to come pick up my kid's library, and tell them their name and student ID number. If you have some concerns about the school issued laptop, I'm going to share a couple of things with you to hopefully maybe ease your concerns. And then if you have more concerns, send me an email or give me a phone call, and we'll talk more about it. But I want you to know that the school issued laptops are free of charge to you. They are insured by the school district, and they have things on them that we use that you as a parent would have to pay for to have access to. For example, just for my class specifically, these school laptops come with a TI-84, which is the calculator that we use here in class, okay? Those laptops have one loaded on them. If you were to go buy one of these at the store, this would cost around $100. School-issued laptops have that software automatically loaded on them, okay? So I really can't stress enough how important and how beneficial it is for your students to have a school-issued laptop. All right, so make sure you can log into the Home Access Center. Make sure your student knows how to use the Schoology Gradebook, and please come pick up your school-issued laptop. If you have any questions, have any concerns, would like to talk with me about anything, feel free to give me a shout out. I look forward to talking to you guys. All right, let's have a great fourth marking period. I look forward to coasting into the summer with some good grades and positive outcomes.